What's going on, everyone? We are using a stealthy kind of setup versus Illuminate this time. We're using the Orbital laser, which we never fucking use. 380, and then even the Eagle Napalm shot. Because in this kind of situation, I'm doing something different than I usually do. I kind of want to use a hit and run build versus the Illuminate. And what better ways to do it than to use the stealth armor, the Scorcher, the Ultimatum, the Thermites, and then bring the Eagle Napalm Strike, the Orbital Laser 380, and then even I'm not even sure I think it was the Orbital Napalm Barrage. Well, this allows us to move from target to target to target quickly and effectively and just destroy enemies. And we're going to go for this heavy side here. And the Scorcher is probably one of the best weapons versus the Illuminate. The scope is not that great. Like right here, if I had an Eruptor scope, that would have been a one shot. But it also, the Scorcher also allows us to destroy flesh mobs very quickly. And then when we get into these areas, we want to just throw our orbitals in and be able to get out effectively. And we're using the stealth armor to eliminate the distance between the enemies and us. And I wanted to stick around here just to see kind of what we can do. We're going to throw our Eagle Napalm airstrike here. And then use the Ultimatum too. Let's get this overkill. The fire, and then we have a Scorcher. The Scorcher is amazing. If you don't use the Scorcher, you need to use it. But now, I really don't want to run away from the situation. I really want to get this mega Illuminate warp ship encampment done. I don't want to have to come back to this. So we're gonna get our supplies back. We're gonna get our ultimatum back. We get our ultimatum back. We're gonna run back towards this area, and then we're gonna cause some more destruction. Because we have all the capabilities with this build. If you're going to run a stealth build like this, then you're going to run it just exactly like this. Like if you have a situation to where, even on Raise the Flag, you have two missions on Raise the Flag. You have Raise the Flag, and you have to destroy that generator thing and it's guarded by multiple harvesters, multiple warp-ships. That's where the laser accelerates in its effectiveness. You throw the laser in, you throw a 380 in, you throw maybe even a napalm barrage or just a napalm barrage in a laser, everything is fucking dead. There's some patrols coming at you, you run away, you come back, it's eliminated, you just go in, drop the hell bomb, and destroy it, it's dead. So there are a lot of effective reasons to run a laser if you're running a setup that's a hit and run kind of setup. Now, if you're running a more slower setup, and do I think this is the best setup? No, I've run so many setups I don't even know anymore. I like to run setups that are more based on holding your ground, but setups like this are very effective. And you saw I just recently released a video on the bugs using a more stealthy kind of setup, and you will avoid a lot of damage using a setup like this. You also have to be wary of Watchers versus Illuminate, and then the flying warp ship things, the flying stingrays are not a problem if you can get you can kill them in one run easily if you use the Scorcher, and if you're able to aim at them and not be distracted by anything else, they can be pretty fucking annoying, but they are easily doable. So we have to run back to get our supplies. The worst thing about the Scorcher is the ammo, obviously. I'm not going to hide it. If you want to run Siege Ready, I have a Siege Ready video where I just use the Scorcher. I have multiple Siege Ready videos where I just use the Scorcher. So that helps a lot. So it makes it able to reload faster. It makes it have more ammo. But in this case, we have to be able to get back to our resupplies. The Ion Storm makes it where you can't see the map. So I kind of knew where I was, and I was looking at the map, and I wanted to go more north. So I decided in this scenario to use my stealth armor and to crouch and actually crawl behind these brushes to eliminate any kind of enemies detecting me. This is ultimate peak stealth. We still have the storm progress, and I'm like, I do not want to risk what I'm doing. I want to be able to find where I am going effectively without having to worry about getting killed from behind or from the sides or anything else. So we go ahead and wait that out. I do not want to get the main objective yet. I want to go north and west. I don't have any side objectives necessarily done yet. I did destroy that heavy encampment. It took a lot of time, and I'm not happy about that. But we're fast. We have a lot of speed, so we're continuing our journey northwest to kill these nasty-looking, squid-looking, Illuminate-looking enemies. So I want to get up here, and I don't have any weapons really to take out a harvester other than my ultimatum or my thermite. And I don't know if I'll actually even run into one because I'm in stealth armor. If you're in stealth armor, you seem to be able to avoid a lot of conflicts, which is effective. But if you're wanting to fight a lot of things with your friends and stuff, then if you're fighting with your friends, then you're obviously going to aggro a lot of things. But in this situation, solo, yes, I have done runs where I've done over 1,000 kills deathless, even in heavy armor, versus the Illuminate. But I've also done runs like this to where it's been quite peaceful. And here, this was very bad what I did. You see me checking the map a lot. I did not check the map there, and then I almost got killed. So we're gonna run. We're gonna throw down the fire, the Eagle and Napalm. I really like that. I don't use that a lot, and it gets quite a few kills there. It's great for making distance. The fire weapons are great for making distance upon this front. So we're still getting kills from it. It's amazing. It's incredible. So we kind of regroup here. We kind of move around and re-strategize to go this way versus this city here. We have I see the Watcher that's up there. And this is post-game commentary. This is not live, by the way. We know that we can kill the jammer by just basically throwing an orbital napalm barrage at it. We're going to throw a napalm airstrike. It's our last one. Shoot this guy. Hopefully that provides a blockage from that way. And it may not. But we're going to get around here, and then we have another encampment that we're going to take on, and then the thermites. You see the thermites doing work. You've got to run something like this. If we slow down for a minute, those flying overseers will kill you in just a fucking second. They will kill you so fast. You have to keep running with a setup like this. And then your Scorcher will take them down incredibly well. Even faster than the machine gun will. But we take out the machine gun just because we have a lot of voltless on us, and we have to reload it. We got voltless from the north, we have voltless from the east, and then we are out of the combat area, so I said, we have to get back into the combat area, or we are going to die. And we have so many voteless, so many watchers, and I know at this point we are going to have Illuminate ships being summoned. So at this point, we have to throw in our napalm barrage. And I'm not worried about this coming in, these warp ships coming in, because we have line of sight. We have the outside of the city. We're going to run through the trees and stuff. We got to get the watcher off of us though, because he is very annoying. He will continue to follow us, and if there is a watcher voteless, they will kill us. And then we have this. This will kill you a million times out of a million times. The stingrays just randomly show up. If you do not notice what is happening, they will kill you a million of a million times. So you have to run away. And we still have a watcher on us. We have a flying overseer on us. So normally what you do, you throw in like a machine gun sentry, and that would just eliminate all these dudes. But in this case, we don't have that. We're playing a different build. So these stingrays seem to, I don't think I killed him. I think he just kind of fucked off for a minute. And sometimes if they can't see you, they will not come down and summon upon you and shoot at you. So we have a little bit of time here. We want to get our resources back. We want to get everything back to full health. We used our Scorcher a lot. We used the machine gun some. Still haven't seen a harvester. So we're still kind of going to play it safe here. And we have to go back into this encampment and destroy it. So once we replenish everything, our health and stems and stuff like that, we will feel confidently about going in and destroying these Illuminate ships. So this is the big thing, you know, and then we have that side objective up there, and we're going to not mess around here. We're going to use all our resources to run quickly, fastly into this town. Can we call it a town? I like to call these kind of things town. It might be a city, it might be a mega city, it might be a small city. I like to call them towns just because I'm old school. But the disruptor up here, we should be able to either throw the laser at it. And I think at this point I wanted to just throw that laser at it, but I didn't. And I threw the 380 in the airstrike. I still have not used the laser. And trust me, the laser is very effective. But in this situation, we never use the laser. So we will use it later, and hopefully it will do what we need it to do. So the main goal right now is to just fucking circle back around to kill the disruptor, and at the same time just kind of not get targeted by a lot of enemies. Like I said, this is a stealthy armor kind of run, and this is just speed, and this is not typically how I like to play. I did upload recently a bug video using the stealth armor and using this type of play with 4 orbitals. It can be effective, yes. It can be very, obviously on difficulty 10, you do it deathless, it's effective, but it's not my preferred way of play. I love using sentries and stuff like that, and I love using the arc thrower. It's my favorite weapon. And there we just long shot Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, ultimatum, and get that light encampment down. And then we still have the disruptor. We're just trying to do all things at once. And then we have a little bit of use here for the MG43. What about the MG43 is amazing versus harvester legs, and we don't see a lot of harvesters in this match, which is crazy. Kind of, maybe it's the match that we just don't see them in the stealth armor prevents the ability of them to detect you. I don't fucking know. Maybe this planet doesn't have them, because different planets have different biomes and different enemies. Like you know, some enemies, like on the bugs, you have a lot of biospheres, and sometimes on the bot front you have a lot of uh, berserkers and such. Maybe this is one of those types, but other than that, I do believe that the stealthing is very effective. And we in this match uh, we've done a lot of things quickly in 25 minutes. So we still have to do the main objective. To me, it's going to be easy because I know I brought the orbital laser and or the anything orbital. And what my goal is here is to go to where the main objective is supposed to be and throw in like a 380, throw in like a napalm barrage, throw in like an orbital laser, get it cleared out because you have enemies in these scenarios that spawn, that will always spawn, and they will be there. So if you don't clear them out, they will be there when you come back with your main objective point to do it. So in this case, we throw a laser, and that allows us to get out. So, like for example, like in the mega nest for bugs, if you don't throw in a 380, a walk-in barrage, over the laser, then you'll have to come back and fight all those spawned impalers, bile titans, whatever the case is. Every main objective has enemies that are there no matter what. And if you can kill those enemies, then they won't be there. They will not be there when you come back. If there's patrols around, the patrols will obviously dissipate if you can come back later. The patrols are not the problem, it's the enemies that spawn in. So you use that technique to solo these missions. And in that case, I still have 23 minutes. I have a fuckload of time. I'm basically speedrunning this. So I have to do the side objectives first before I get back to the main objective. And the main objective is already cleared. And in this case, we see that we have a side objective here. We're going to kind of mag dump everything into them. And then we will run to the laboratory, the alchemy station here. And then we'll destroy that. And then we'll go back after we mag dumped all that. That should have killed most of them. We'll destroy the facility building. We're gonna. You couldn't even get up to it and use a hellbomb. We're gonna use a 380 because we are that type of build in this scenario. We're that type of build. We're fast. We're stealthy. We are orbital, and that's what happened. And we have using this. We have no problem destroying watchers because when we see them, we destroy them. We have the machine gun. The machine gun MG-43s are lying all over the place in these maps. You don't need to bring a support weapon to an Illuminate map. Support weapons are all over the place. You can get grenade launchers, EATs, MG-43s, even arc throwers. And I like to come in with an arc thrower. Don't get me wrong. Like if I'm wanting to go in and fight, then yeah, I'm going to use an arc thrower, guard dog, anything, guard dog liberator, guard dog gas, even guard dog gas dog, guard dog laser dog, anything. But maybe even coming in with a wasp and being able to, one tap things. The wasp, and then maybe even using the autocannon with the sentries. There's a lot of ways to get a lot of kills. Sentries is the biggest way. It's the most incredible way. Using the MG-43 sentry, using the Gatling sentry, the Tesla sentry. It's the best one of all of them. The Tesla sentry is the best one. As long as you do not get near it unless you have the Tesla armor on. But here we are at the Sea artillery spot. We want to get this done early because this is one of the harder side objectives to do, but it actually It's not that bad if you have the ability to get to it with stealth. I think the stealth armor makes it a lot easier. So get it done and get it gone quickly in the match. So now I believe that is the last side objective in this match. I think the Illuminate only have 4 side objectives. We've done the Thief. We're going to activate the Thief SAM site now. Because, we cleared it out earlier. Like I told you about the correct techniques to use when you're using one of these type of builds. I like these type of builds, man. They go in and you clear out a side objective. Even if it's like raise the lidar station or whatever it is. Even a main objective like if you're trying to raise the ballistic missile, one of those side objectives where you have to activate the control panel, you go in and destroy the main enemies. It gives you enough time to activate the main objective or the side objective, and you have plenty of ability to move between objectives and fight on multiple fronts. I have so much time now. I have to get this to secure the black box. I have so much time now. And on the Illuminate front, like I said, it's mainly 4 objectives, not 5. And I have so much time now to do what I want to do. And with that being said, do I think that this is more effective than running a build where you have to drop sentries and stuff? Well, it really just depends. When you're running a setup like this, if you get tapped, you will die. Right? If you get tapped with a situation like this, you will die because you have so low health. But if you're able to completely stealth correctly, then you will live and be able to throw in what you have to destroy these encampments like this. Now, on the opposite side of things, when I run a more defensive setup, I will not get accidentally killed, but I will have to stand back and fight, right? So you want to use your sentries and your whatever it takes, the autocannon, the arc thrower, the whatever like a support weapon, any support weapon that you like. But then you're wasting time. But if you want to push kills, then so be it. I mean, whatever way you want a 5-star solo mission, then good for you, But like I said, you can find a good support weapon like the MG43 is an amazing support weapon versus the Illuminate. It's an amazing support weapon, one of the greatest support weapons. So the Scorcher with that is incredible. And you say, well, you're not fighting a lot of flesh mobs here. You're not fighting a lot of this, that, and other. Well, when you completely clear out an area with a laser, with a 380, with a napalm barrage, you don't have to fight those enemies with your support weapon, with your primary weapon. You just completely clear them out. Like a laser will completely destroy a flesh mob. The ultimatum will completely destroy enemies. And here the Illuminate ships are dropped in, but like you can drop a napalm barrage and keep running. And like a map like this, a planet like this, you have trees, fog, and mist, and all that good stuff. You don't have to worry about getting overwhelmed. You just keep running and running and running and running, and that's what this game is about. Sadly, because I do like to stand my ground, but your biggest enemy, I've said this a million times before, is time. Time is your biggest enemy, and we're going to finish this map with plenty of time. But it's also effective to when you're playing like this, you're playing solo, to not have so many enemies chasing you. And that scout armor is very effective. So, honestly, any which way you play, any which way you do it, there's so many ways to do it, so many which ways to play. And like earlier, we cleared this area out with our laser. So we're going to run straight up in here. We're going to run straight to the objective and throw that in. Hopefully it's clear. It's clear, but we may have some enemies following us. I need some supplies. We got a stingray flying around. We got some zombies down there, some bolas. So we have a full 2 clips of Scorcher. We have a Watcher that I already saw. So now what we need to do is kind of just escape. We have plenty of time. There he is. There is the Stingray. And so now what I want to do is I want to just throw in my 380. Throw in my 380 and just clear out some things. Right? The Stingray is going to clear out all these enemies for me. And then we have got to take him out. We will take him out. I want to get some resupplies back. There's our ammo. We could have got Sims there. We didn't see it. So I'm kind of just playing defensively here. The Stingray came in and shot in the wrong direction, which helped me out a lot. So now at this point, I've got to drop a resupply. And notice I didn't use the Eagle Napalm a whole lot. But we should be able to take that guy out right there. That's some pretty bad gameplay. But we're still alive. We're letting that 380 cook down there. And now we should be able to take this guy out finally. And he's dead. And we should get our resupplies back. We should go back. All we have to do is initiate the transmission. And a lot of times the transmission is already lined up correctly with the tower. So the first thing I do is go back to the transmission screen and hit the button to activate it. And if it's wrong, I have to go, turn the tower. But I mean, I say 1/3 of the time, 33% of the time, it's already lined up correctly, and it makes it so easy. And then we are just demolishing this map. And what do you think is more effective as a Helldiver? Do you think getting in to a map and just being able to demolish everything deathless, as far as and getting out with like 10-15 minutes, getting out 5-star solo, all side objectives? Or do you think getting out at the last minute with, say, it's still deathless, but doing all objectives and getting like 1,000 kills? I mean, what do you think is more effective? A Helldiver that can get in and out with that quick run, but you're not going to get many deaths because you're getting in and out, or just spending your whole entire hell dive killing as much things as possible? I mean, I don't know. I like both ways. I definitely don't like dying. For sure, I want my Helldiver to survive. And here, I almost died for using the MG43. Is this guy going to summon in another Illuminate dropship? Of course. But we have the Orbital Napalm Barrage. And like I said, I was so quick with this setup. That we had time to spare. And grant you that I'm on PS5, so the aiming of the Scorcher, of the MG43, is a lot harder to do than if you were aiming on the PC. It's definitely harder to aim with the controller joysticks. And right now I want the Orbital Napalm Barrage to do its max effect of damage, and then I want to escape, and then I want to come back. Now we're kind of waiting, getting our supplies back. It's always important to get your supplies. And we do more deaths. We do get more kills here than what we did on the bug front. The bugs, they just couldn't catch up to us, you know. And please check out that video. It's the video before this one. They could not catch up to us. So in this scenario, we are able to kind of get a lot more kills. So what I wanted to do here is, I think I'm going to be completely honest with you. I thought I went to the restroom there, but I didn't. I think I just took a quick break to check my phone or something. But we got to make our way back to the black box data, and then I want to make our way to the extraction point. We have plenty of ammo. We have plenty of success. We have plenty of everything. We've done beautifully. We've executed everything perfectly. I wouldn't say perfectly. We've executed everything well at this point. So we want to make our way to the main objective here. We got to get that knocked out. And like I said before, go up to the transmission and just hit the button. Hit the button to make sure that it's lined up correctly. Because sometimes, a third of the time, it's lined up correctly. And in this case, I can't remember. Oh yeah, it's lined up correctly. And we're able to get the hell out of here. So now, at this point, what we want to do, and we have at least almost 8 minutes left, so what we want to do is kind of just make our way back down to the supply. The supplies are they're basically like a checkpoint. And then we want to circle around to get to extraction. And then I'm going to go ahead and extract here. We're kind of getting to stealth here. And maybe this is when I go to the restroom. This is when I go to the restroom. Because I'm honestly not worried about getting attacked. When you have the scout armor on and you're in the bushes and you're in this crouched down position, I'm honestly not worried about dying. So we kind of AFK here. We still have like 7 minutes and such, but we're going to make our way to extraction after this. And now we're back. And I'm kind of crawling around to see. I saw a watcher. We're not worried about watchers, really. If we see them, we'll kill them. They can summon in whatever they want to summon in. We have 6 minutes left, so the MG43 scope, it's great. It's amazing. It's amazing versus watchers. It's amazing versus whatever. Right, so we have our supplies there, and then at this point, I'm kind of just searching to see what's around extraction. I don't see a whole lot. I'm like, well, maybe there's not much around extraction. So we head that way, and don't get me wrong, I'm not stupid. I know how extraction works. It can be quite crazy at times, even if you project it to be empty. So we're just going to take out some of these guys. We got so many watchers. Like I said, they do not want you to extract. They do not want you to extract. Well, the watchers want you to stay here forever and die and mess up your solo deathless run, because they're fucking bitches. And then we see we have a stingray. We got to take this guy out. Try to do it in one scorcher run. And then we have the beautiful, most amazing Seif. If you can get Seif to spawn in the middle of the map, and here we go. We got Illuminate ships incoming. But the World Napalm barrage, I'm telling you, this is a great setup. it's not a B tier setup. This is one of the best setups that you can run. I'm not downgrading just because I said it wasn't my favorite. It's not mean it's not one of the best setups. And like I asked you before, what do you value more? Do you value kills? Do you value solo death? Solo deathless is the most valued thing in my opinion, but because it makes the most effective Helldiver be able to do the most things. So after that, do you value kills or do you value stealthy objectives and get the fuck out? Because you can still do objectives and kill everything if you're running the right loadout. Or do you avoid all that with a stealthy loadout and still get out solo deathless? I don't know. Both setups I like. Both are incredible. So now we have kind of circled around. We used our orbital napalm barrage to kind of destroy all that with the lingering fire. And then now we will try to make our way back to extraction. We're kind of just scouting the map. So when we make our way to extraction, hopefully that napalm barrage destroyed everything. Hopefully we've done enough damage, and we had more kills here than expected for a stealth kind of build. But we're going to go ahead and summon in the extraction, and then we're going to kind of use our scout armor to hide because we don't see anybody here. We know people will be activated. We know enemies will be activated. We're going to throw the resupply there, and then all of a sudden we will come over here to these jungle woods here. And we want to get as far away as possible, and we want to hide using the scout armor. We should be able to retreat effectively. And if we die, I don't want to die. But if we die, I still have 5 reinforcements. Even the watchers here cannot discover us with the scout armor. And like I said, I like a setup like this where you can do things like this, where you can hide from enemies. It's very effective. From a mechanical point of view, yes, it's very effective. And you still have the ability to clear out things with your lasers, and I still have a laser left here, and that's what's on my mind. Like, if shit goes to hell, it's laser, it's run away, it's get to the opposite side of the extraction. I still have my laser. I still have that in mind here, and I could have got a lot more kills here, but like, what are your main strategies? And a lot of people that do the solo deathless stemless runs, they avoid everything. They're like, I'm gonna run the shield generator pack. I'm gonna go over here and destroy these objectives. I'm gonna use all these techniques to avoid all these fights to do this stemless. Doing it deathless is hard enough. Don't get me wrong, but I have done stuff deathless with 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 11, even 1,200 kills deathless. Is that hard? Absolutely. Is this easier than running what I want to run? Honestly, probably yes, because when you're running the scout armor, you have a lot of stealth. But do I think that it's valued more? I don't know. I ask everybody that question. I think at the end of the day, to answer my own question, probably. If you can abuse mechanics of the game to effectively complete the situation, if solo deathless is your mission, if you can abuse the mechanics of the game to do that, like using stealth to avoid fights, then probably yes, because not everybody is going to be able to do that until they learn how to do that. But then if you can abuse, if you take on more enemies and you do it, that's effective, but you're not probably going to be able to do that as much as if you would abuse fights with stealth or whatever you're using, right? So, anyways, that's a lot of talking. I'm sorry, that's a lot of talking for this video. We're gonna get the fuck out of here, and we're gonna see how many kills and deaths we got, or kills and stems we used. I didn't have any death. So, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, I doubt you have, but if you have, thanks for watching. And go ahead and read the statistics here and the stats. And until next time, Jiu-Jitsu 98 is out.